The hardest I ever hit my head. This is gonna be a strange story. So I was in sex ed.
Okay.
Let me tell this story. All right. So we were in. It was our, I think, second or third class of sex education. Right.
Okay.
So you know how it is. Teachers want to seem cool.
Wait, how old are you at this point?
Like 13.
Okay.
So the teacher's like, we want to seem cool.
Yeah.
This one, you guys can sit on the tables and watch the video. You know. I don't know why. Is it a universal rule where the tables in the science class are taller than the ones in the other classes?
Yeah.
Do you have that as well?
Yeah, because you have like stools.
Yeah,
right?
it's like stools, like large, right? So it's a pretty large table, and we're sitting on it. And so we were watching this, and we were all on the tables, we were all sitting together, with the boys watching sex ed, and the girls, obviously. So, and on this day, I decided that I was going to forego breakfast. I thought, I don't need breakfast. I'm a king. I'm going to go to my sex education mother, and I'm going to watch it, and I don't need no breakfast. So I was feeling a little queasy, but I was like, it's okay. And
you're feeling who's watching the video.
I was feeling queasy before, and then I felt even more queasy hearing about this stuff.
Okay.
Yeah,
because I was 13, they were like, so goo comes out of the woman's thing, and I'm like, right, so I'm sitting there, and I'm like, all right, okay. And then I'm suddenly like, I just start feeling like, oh, whoa, stuff's getting blurry. And then I fall on my friend next to me, right? And my friend thinks, classic Connor fucking around. So he just shrugs me off. And so I go from this like pretty high tall table, like I fell on my friend, I just donk my head on this like pure like concrete floor.
Yeah.
And I wake up and I come to and I just hear like screaming, and I'm like, what the fuck? And I look around and all the kids have like ran to the other side of the room.
Right.
And I'm just waiting here like, what the fuck's going on? I can't see shit, like because my eyes are so blurry because I hit my head so hard. And I'm like, oh, what's going on? Like, I'm literally, I remember I sit up and I'm like, what's happening?
You literally fainted from sex ed?
Yeah. I got so much shit for it as well, obviously.
That's such an anime moment.
Yeah, right. Yeah. And obviously in school, I was like, Connor fainted because he saw a dick. That's when I started fighting. I'm kidding. And so I couldn't see for like 2 hours.
Right.
My vision was blurry, and I was like, fuck, am I blind? But then luckily it came through, and I think I was just very heavily concussed.
You're blinded by the dick.
I got blinded by, they were showing Johnny Sins' first word.
It's like, oh God.
Bro, that's like a death sentence in school, man.
No, it was okay. It was okay. I mean,
so now you know not to skip breakfast.
yeah, that was my bad because I often felt pretty fucking sick all the time. So yeah, that was my
The
bad.
dick just didn't help.
And hearing all this stuff at that age, I was like, fuck, that sounds disgusting. I hate like slime and goo so much. So hearing it come out of like body parts makes me feel so gross. Yeah.
It's the way they phrase it too, right?
Yeah,
because the only thing I remember from my sex education thing, because I think I was like 11 or 12 when I did the first sex education thing. So already it's like for a lot of kids, right?
Yeah.
But like the only thing I remember they taught us, which is the only reason I remember is because it's so fucking weird to this day.
Yeah.
But it was dead ass the first thing the sex education teacher said. It was like, okay, everybody, get your index finger and put it on the inside of your mouth and feel your cheeks. And everyone's like, okay. And that's like, that's what the inside of a vagina feels like.
That's so gross.
And all the girls are like, oh, and all the guys are like, oh, hell yeah.
Well, you went to an all guys school.
No. This is in elementary school.
Elementary school,
Yeah.
right.
But like, it was, that's the only thing I remember from sex ed.
I just certainly remember what it was that like set me off. And it was like, I don't know why the fuck they showed this.
Yeah.
But they were talking about, I know this is way too much information. So here is a timestamp on screen where we skip talking about this stuff. So go and skip it. Malian's going to like leave the room. So they were talking about discharge for girls, right?
Yeah.
And it wasn't enough to just talk about it.
Yeah.
They had this like reenactment of this girl who goes to the toilet, and they dead ass do a close-up shot of like white shit on her pants, and I'm like, that's disgusting. Why would you show that? We're like 13. And that's what like made me feel gross.
Yeah.
Did you have to watch the obligatory like woman giving birth?
Yeah,
video?
I was gonna talk about that because I swear to God, whoever was like editing,
That was on British TV though as well. They showed births.
You serious?
Yeah, there's a whole TV show.
but you had like specialist videos that schools like bought to show at sex
It's fucking
class
awful.
as
They're
well.
so graphic.
Yeah, and I mean, the person who edited like our video, they must have known what they were doing, right? Because so this
They were
guy,
fucking with us, 100%.
this old British guy was basically describing the process of a baby coming out of a vagina, right?
Oh.
And so what they use to describe what happens, the process of this happening, is they take a rubber band, right? He takes a rubber band and he just goes, imagine this is the hole in the vagina, right?
No.
This is what happened when a baby comes out. And he literally stretches it like that. And then the class goes, oh, and I shit you not, they then hard cut to like a baby that's just like crowning and just like coming out. And I'm just like, think back to that moment, and I'm just like, I think back to that moment, I'm just like, the fucking editor knew what he was doing there. This is like,
It's not even like a cross dissolve. It's it's just a hard cut.
It's just a straight up hard cut. He knew exactly what he was doing.
It's just like one of those, like, you know, those like whooshes in like that. It's just a fucking baby's head. God, they were so disgusting. I mean, obviously, I'm glad that I was taught this stuff, but at the same time, did they gotta go in so goddamn hard on that shit? That'll ease us in.
It was brutal. No one enjoyed it.
No.
No one was like,
I've-
"Oh, this is interesting." Everyone's like, "No, what? Oh, fuck." No,
I feel like it's a thing that does need to happen though.
Yeah, obviously, I'm glad that I taught it because you speak to Americans and you know, sometimes they're like, I have no sex education at all.
Yeah, I mean, I like Sydney learned her sex education through hentai, and I mean,
That's worrying. Right?
That is worrying.
And it's like, what is it like? A lot of the states, they just say, "Oh, abstinence. Wait till marriage." That's legitimately like I think of many of the states.
Wait, so is it
I think it depends on the state.
Yeah, there's
Is it
many
not
states.
man-
yeah, so
is it
there's-
not mandatory in
No,
some?
no.
Oh, really? Wow.
Many states, the only sex education is abstinence. Promote abstinence.
yeah.
Yeah.
So like Christian schools.
Wow.
So it's not like I think in England you have to do it, but you have to teach it by law, right?
Yeah. So every
Yeah.
like age 13 gets taught like how to put on a condom, how to do all that shit.